Okay. Now, this is called the benediction. I'll modify this called the benediction. Y'all know benediction from the Latin word. It means good speech. Good speech. So whenever we do the benediction, we're actually giving good speech. That's the blessing, the good speech. So it's going to be the benediction to all of that, because that's all I'm going to be able to do. I did have a thought. I know I have a topic. What's that? Conscious communication. Mm-hmm. And I do have a thought. I have a passage in mind. Matthew chapter 22. And I think I'll work with verses 36 through 40, okay? You've heard it before. Well, I'm going to see if I can say some things differently about it. So a young lawyer comes up to Yeshua and poses this question. Teacher, which teaching is the greatest in the law, or the greatest among the law that has been given? Didaske, pora intele megale in to namo. And then, or moreover, Yeshua says to him, Agape says, Kurion to theonsu, in hole te cardia su, kai in hole te pasuke su, kai in hole te diarnoa su. And Jesus says to him, you shall love the Lord your, this is a translation, I'm going to turn this around a little bit. You shall love, cleave to the living one, your strong one, with all of your heart, all of your inner essence, with all of your soul, your life force, and with all of your mind, your ways of knowing. This is the greatest and the first commandment. Aute esten he megale kai prote intole. Deutera onoma alte agapeses ton plesion su hos seauton. The second, moreover, is like that one. You shall love those around you as you love yourself. You hear the difference? You shall love those around you as you love yourself. And I say it that way because typically we're familiar with you shall love your neighbor as you love yourself. But that's not what the Greek says, and not what the Hebrew says either. It says you're going to love the people around you as you love yourself. Now let me just back up. This is a quotation that Yeshua then gives from a passage in Deuteronomy 6 and 5. And the words there I want you to hear are different also. The words for love is ahavta. Ahavta. Everybody said that. Ahavta. It means more than just, it means to cleave to someone or something. The word for that gets translated as Lord God is actually in the Hebrew Yod He Vav He Eloheinu. Yod He Vav He Eloheinu. Say that. Yod He Vav He Eloheinu. And in Hebrew, every word is a formula. So it doesn't say Lord. It says the living one. The living one. Which is not a name. It's not a noun as such. It's a verb. Future tense verb is what it is. Yod He Vav He. You shall cleave to the living one, or to livingness. Cleave to life. Yeah. Hold on to it. As long as you can. This side and the other. Eloheinu means our strong one. Our power and our capacity to do anything. To make anything happen. If you can make something happen, you're an Elohim. Cleave to the living one, our strong one. How? With all of your heart. Now, heart, again, in the ancient world, they thought that this heart was the center of the person, not this. They didn't know anything about this up here as such. Because this way he had that gut feeling, that intuition and that knowing. With all of this, and with all of your nephesh is called. Nephesh is the power that the Elohim, or the living strong one, breathed into Adam when Adam was first created in Genesis chapter 2, verse 7. Breathed the nephesh chaya. And then this piece of clay and mud and blood became an animated being. So with all of your animated power and with all of your might, all the energy that you have, that's everything. Spirit, soul, and body. So the first commandment, every day we wake up, every night we go to sleep, if you do my meditation, I have a nighttime, morning time meditation, because in the biblical sense, the day begins at night. Y'all follow me? There was evening and there was morning, the first day. Vayhi erev, vayhi boker, yom echad. So the day begins when the sun goes down. And before you go to sleep, you're supposed to prepare yourself for the day that you're going to continue at sunrise. Not begin at sunrise, but continue at sunrise. I have a specific meditation about that. So all of your heart, all of your soul, all of your might. That's the first order of every day, is for you to love life the way you want life to love you. Now, did you hear what I just said? See, because when we think about the laws, there were 613 of them by one account, 10 by another account. But they're not really laws as such, as commandments, the way we usually hear it in the English language. They're really principles of reciprocity. You find their teachings. And they're based on both observation from life and intuition about the inner life. What did I say? Observation from life and intuition about what? The inner life. So, what we call laws are causes and effects. That's what they are. You want positive causes? You got to plant what? Positive effects. You want negative causes? Negative effects, what you got to have? So don't be surprised when they show up, right? If you know what you're planting, which is about consciousness. It's all about consciousness. But every day, every moment, the rhythm. So this is the other piece. The notion of love is not an emotion. Everybody, I love you. It's not, no, it's not what it is. That is true. But it's not an emotion. Although it includes emotionality. Love, like the living one, is a verb. It's a process. It's a growing and a knowing and a changing and a reaching and also a letting go. You heard the parable that the children gave us of when he finally got in and went to heaven, right? That's what love is. But it's a process. It's not a moment. It's not an episode. It's not an event. It's a rhythm. Because in another place, the writers say, of what we call the New Testament, that, and this is important, that God is love. Here again, you don't get it in the English the way you ought to get it. That means that livingness, y'all follow me? Yes. Livingness is lovingness. Yes. You hear the parallel and the synchronicity. Livingness, loving life, is loving everything about life. Yes. It's loving all aspects of life. So the first, middle, and last order of business out of all 619 of the commandments, or 10, like us, they had to streamline it, so we can't do all 613 of these. We'll be doing this forever. Oh, give us 10. Just 10 righteous commandments. Yeshua said it boils down to one thing. And by the way, you know his name means the living one saves, right? The living one heals. The living one makes whole. So he's a parable himself of what he's talking about. He says it all boils down to this. Love the living one. Love life with all of your inner essence. Every cell, every atom, every molecule, every quark of your being. Love life with that. Take a deep breath. Take another deep breath. One more time. Love it with all of your nephesh, all of your life force. And then love it with all of your might, all of your capacity to do things. The reason we can do things is because we're dependent on the strong one who is our power. And the strong one who is our power is not outside of us, but where? Inside of us. It's been already given to us. There's no such thing as I can't do. I might not want to do, but I can do. Not only that, I'm not dependent upon doing it by myself because it's communal. So I can because we are, and therefore we can. That's the key. All right, we got that, right? Everybody good with that? From this moment on, you know what it means for you to love, to cleave to the living one, your strong one, inside of you, with all of your heart, all of your life force, and all of your might. Yes? Yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Then the second shoe dropped down. I'm good with me. How's than ever. There are others. Right? Then he says, the second one is just like the first one. See, that's what the text says. We like to make a distinction, but it doesn't make a distinction. He says, the second one is just like the first one. What you mean just like the first one? I mean what I said. It's just like the first one. Love your neighbor as you love yourself, right? Love your classmate as you love yourself, right? Tomorrow, love your coworker, right? As you love yourself, right? Love your family members as you love yourself. Exactly right? Huh? Love those who don't like you and tell you they don't like you. They're not shy about it. They just, I don't like you. Right? Love them as you love yourself. Because on another occasion, the person that liked that response, they asked Jesus, well, who is my neighbor? To make this clear. And then he gave the parable of what? Good Samaritan, the stranger. And this is why both the Hebrew and the Greek say, not what we like to say. I'm so glad, Al. I love you, man. Come on, come on, man. Give me some love. Come on, give me some love. Love you, Al. Love you, Al. Got it? Oh, who are you? You see what I'm saying? No. Oh. Okay, well, watch us today. When we go out now, I'm going to see if we're going to shake hands and hug each other or we're going to run to the cars. Well, that's the test. Now, but here's the piece that we miss. It doesn't say love your neighbors more than you love yourself. You follow me? It doesn't say love your neighbors more than you love the living one. Y'all follow what I'm saying so far? It says very specifically, the same way that I just told you to love life with all of your heart, all of your soul, and all of your might, I want you to love your neighbor that way. Now, it's tricky because it sounds like you are going to objectify something. You're just going to put it on them. That's not what it's saying. It's saying recognize the power of connectivity and recognize that those around you merit the same love that you have for yourself, even if they don't know it. Oh, did I say that? Even if they don't know it. And that includes all of us. Because sometimes I don't know it. Is there any time you know? Are you always loving? No. There are times I need to be loved. And I need to be reminded I need to be loved. And I need to be reminded, true enough, from within. Y'all follow me? But I need an external spark sometimes to remind me. That's what he's saying. Love your neighbor with the same heart, the same life dynamism, because that's contagious, and the same might in which you love yourself. That's why it goes back to the first part, which is love the living one. Love life. The life that is in you, the life that is around you, and the life that's right there. Love it all the same. Cleave to it all the same. Well, what's the effect of that? The effect is what we give is what we receive. That's the effect. And here again, in a certain sense, it doesn't matter whether or not, Al, I just told you I love you, man. How come you don't love me? How come you show me some love back? It's not that type of love. You follow me? They don't have to reciprocate that way at that moment or ever. That's not how the law works. The law works is what you give is what you get back. Period. If you have that attitude. You can't love out of obligation. That's why it didn't work as a law. A law that's an obligation is a debt. You follow me? That's why Yeshua also says in what we call the Lord's Prayer, forgive us, we'll read it this way in English, forgive us of our debts as we think about forgiving us of theirs. That's not what it says. The Greek says, really, it says, send away my debts as I send away those who are indebted to me. That's what it says. And that's a law. Whatever you hold on to, holds on to you. You follow me? Whatever you let go can grow and prosper. Let it go. So love is not a debt. It's not an obligation. It's a release. Write that down. Love is what? It's not a debt. It's not an obligation. I love you and therefore I want you to. No, that don't work that way. I love you and I let you be who you are and who you are becoming as you let me be who I am and who I am becoming, so that we can be who we are as we are becoming who we are. And that's it. Amen.
Hi, I'm David Alt, and I simply want to say thanks. Thanks for taking the time to watch our broadcast here at Spiritual Living Center of Atlanta. We have a vision, and that vision is to reawaken all to their spiritual magnificence. And one of the ways that we are able to do that is through this very medium of broadcasting. So if you got anything out of this, if you felt in any way inspired, or if something spoke to you directly, then I extend an invitation to you to become a part of our family by donating. And there are many ways in order for you to be able to do that. One is to simply go to our website at slca.com, and there you will find all different kinds of prompts that will help you support what it is that we are doing here in Atlanta. One way is to become a pledger. That means that you decide on a monthly basis that you are going to help us with this vision. Another way is to donate through our management system called Fellowship One. another through PayPal, and another even easier way is on your cell phone. You can do what's called text to tithe, and that number is 404-796-7030. Again, thank you so much for your support, and I invite you to come back weekly to see what it is that we're up to. Blessings.